Hey everybody, Infidel 1258 here. Hope you're doing well. I'm just going to be hanging out and creating content for the members here because, guys, you're awesome and I appreciate you. And you guys know that I love this game still. I'm still playing it every day. I'm still trying to figure out ways to get more of it. I'm talking to people about buying their decks. I'm exploring ways that I can leverage my way into Conclave Arcana. Right now I'm thinking, should I buy a few more SPS just because that price is so low? I'm convinced it's low anyways, whether everyone else is or not. So yeah, things are good in Praetoria for me, and I'm excited about where we're at. Yeah, I'm listening to stuff. I was just listening to People's Guild, chatting with Nate, and man, the excitement in that one. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I think it came out this morning, April 3rd, and Nate was chatting with Jimmy and Jangles, and they were talking about piece that really grabbed me was around Nate's excitement for lore. And we've heard Nate talk about lore for years. You know, the significance, the implications that he thinks it carries around storytelling and attracting a whole different audience. As I listened to him speak in this conversation with Jangles and Jimmy, I really felt, I think maybe I began to get it. I've been one of these people who hasn't really necessarily thought lore is as important as some of these other pieces, like whether it's card design or whether it's tokenomics or what's the next pack, when's the next release. These types of questions have been more on the front of my radar, or the most concerning thing to me. But listening to him really articulate one point grabbed me. He talked about how each one of us has memories within a context of video gaming, whether there's some game you played as a kid or some game you're playing today, and there's something about it that it isn't just a game, it's so much more. And he talked about it in the context of that movie, what's that movie? What's it called? Inside Out. He talked about Inside Out, and he talked about it in the context of, understanding that there's core memories that are formed in your life, in your soul, however you want to phrase that are transformative to you. And they are often connected to story that you've experienced. It can be a movie that you watched with your dad that first time, or your mom. It can be a book they read to you as you're growing up, or maybe you read to yourself. For me, in terms of books, Ender's Game, Chronicles of Narnia, Lord of the Rings, these books are so transformative to me. I've read them over and over and over again. Or video games like StarCraft or Diablo, Blizzard, a lot of Blizzard titles actually, even going back into prior years. As a teenager, Rock and Roll Racing, amazing Blizzard title. It was one of the best racing games of all time, in my opinion. I still play it to this day. And it's like a 92, 93 release. So that's crazy. They grab you and you don't look away for maybe your entire life. This is, I think, the story the power, maybe the authority, something like Magic the Gathering has over a lot of people. It has taken this piece of this foundational consideration carefully. It's thought about its style, its place, its lore. It is valued, and all of those things that I mentioned, every single one of those titles, the lore is so deep. In fact, Tolkien was famous for having created, I think he created languages like Elfish, Orcish, so that he could literally understand the world he was writing about. And this Blizzard absolutely does the same thing. The visuals on, I think you guys know this, and I probably don't need to belabor this point, but I'm to this day, let's see, StarCraft. I'm still in love with the StarCraft 2 anime, the videos, StarCraft 2 cinematics. The cinematics are amazing. This one is crazy. Heart of the Swarm opening cinematic is crazy. I've watched it 30 times, 40 times. And this one too, the Legacy of the Void opening cinematic, it's honestly some of the best storytelling in video game history. And it's, by the way, it's nothing like the real game. And so it's this interesting storytelling, lore construction, this world building that happens, and it really almost has incidental connectivity to the actual gameplay mechanic. It's not about that. It's about you believing in the fullness of this world that you're stepping into. And that's what he talked about with Jangles and Jimmy. And I was like, yeah, I get it. And he talked about being unleashed recently. He talked about, was it Dave? He said Dave came to him and said, IP is the core. IP is the most important thing. IP is the focus. We've got to get that right. If we nail that right, the communities will come, the players will stay. People will be not just wanting to buy cards to play the game, but they want to buy cards because of the IP. They don't just come because of appreciation. They just come because of the game mechanic. They come because of they love the IP. This is, this is Disney. This is Apple. This is right. Like this is Blizzard. There are corporate identities that you so believe in because of a touchstone moment that they did in your life. And it could be story, it could be lore, and that's a big piece of it. With something like Apple, it's like the lore of Steve Jobs. And so there's this thing you believe in that's beyond the actual device or toy or technology. It's deeper, it's fuller, it's more, you're more invested in it. It's Tesla with Elon. It's, these things are bigger than it's just a device that I want, or it's just a piece of technology, or it's just a pack of cards, or it's just a video game. It's a story that you are so invested in. And hearing him talk about that, wow, I was super excited. Nate, I think I'm gonna clip this later, Nate. I hope you see this, Nate. I want you to know that passion was clear, and powerful and convicting, and I am super excited to see what you guys do with that and how you lead that forward. And one last note on that, which is just another kudos to Nate and his leadership, and maybe Splinterlands and their leadership. I heard him say to the team, he said to Jimmy and Jangles that he says to his team, if you have to do X, Y, and Z, and you have to get it done, period. That's your job. But if there's a pet project that you love, something you're passionate about, and you're just hitting your head against the wall with X, Y, and Z, like you need to get it done, I want you to understand that you can take breaks, so long as you're making your targets, to go ahead and follow that pet project. You don't even have to seek my approval in it. Just go ahead and work on that thing in the background and make sure it's not taking away from your main work. But this is a thing that if you have passion for it, when you feel it's kind of ready, you bring it to me. And I love that. I've heard many successful businesses will do that, allowing the different people on the team to exercise their own creativity, thoughtfulness, imagination. It doesn't just relax them into, it's an outlet so that they can relax and go return back to what they're supposed to do, quote unquote, supposed to do, with greater energy and joy, because they took this break that they enjoyed. But it also allows creativity and imagination to bubble up from within this team that we, right? Like we select, we hire our teams, we trust them theoretically. We hire people, it's because we trust them. Well, then let them cook, let them see what they're going to do. And maybe not every one of them is going to be a home run, but that's beside the point, because it has incidental benefits of letting them feel relaxed and joy in their position, creativity and imagination are being stretched and exercised. And then some of these are going to work. And he references one that he couldn't show us because it was, it's a Conclave Arcana card or something, but he said it's actually getting into the game. And so, man, love that. Super excited about that. I am stoked about what Conclave Arcana is going to be. And this is exciting times, man. Splinterlands I'm actively trying to buy more assets right now.